Stop treating your emotions like there's something to manage. Welcome to Oracle of Confidence. What if I told you that every single time you suppress your feelings, avoid difficult conversations, or numb yourself to get through the day, you're making yourself weaker? Here's the truth nobody talks about. Your emotions aren't problems to solve. They're muscles to train. Research from the Frontiers in Psychology Journal, 2024, found that emotional competence training at the workplace increased resilience by 34% and reduced burnout symptoms by 41% in just 12 weeks. The study followed over 500 participants and confirmed what elite performers already know. Emotional fitness is as trainable as physical fitness. A 2025 review published in BMC Psychology analyzed 47 studies and found that emotional regulation training improved mental health outcomes across all demographics: students, professionals, and clinical populations. Your capacity to feel, process, and respond to emotions isn't fixed. It's a skill you can build. Let me introduce you to Maya, 34 years old, marketing director at a tech startup. On paper, she was crushing it. Promotions, raises, respected by her team. But inside, she was drowning. Every conflict at work sent her into panic mode. Every critical email felt like a personal attack. She'd lie awake at 3 a.m. replaying conversations, her heart racing, convinced she was failing at everything. Maya had spent her entire adult life avoiding emotional discomfort. And now, her body was keeping score. First, Maya tried what most people try: pushing through. She told herself to be stronger, to stop being so sensitive. She downloaded meditation apps, forced herself to journal positive affirmations, tried to think her way out of feeling. For a few weeks, it seemed to work. She powered through anxiety attacks during presentations. She smiled through team conflicts that made her stomach churn. She convinced herself that suppression was the same as strength. But research from the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology shows that chronic emotional suppression increases cortisol levels by 23% and actually amplifies the intensity of the emotions you're trying to avoid. Within 3 months, Maya wasn't just anxious. She was NAE. She couldn't feel excitement about wins, couldn't feel connected to her partner. Her body's stress response was stuck in the on position because she'd never learned to process what she was feeling. Suppression isn't strength, it's slow self-destruction. So Maya tried the opposite: avoid. She started saying no to challenging projects, dodged difficult conversations with her boss, stopped attending team meetings where conflict might arise. She created a bubble of safety, convinced that if she could just avoid triggering situations, she'd finally feel okay. The relief was immediate. No more panic before presentations because she wasn't giving presentations. No more conflict anxiety because she wasn't engaging in conflict. But neuroscience research from Ulm University Hospital, 2024, shows that avoidance strengthens the neural pathways of fear. Every time you avoid discomfort, your brain learns, this situation is dangerous. We must protect ourselves. Within 6 months, Maya's world had shrunk. She was passed over for a promotion because she lacked leadership presence. Her relationships felt shallow because she couldn't be vulnerable. The temporary relief of avoidance had cost her everything she'd worked for. You can't avoid your way to emotional fitness. You can only shrink your life. Desperate, Maya tried a third strategy: perfection. If she could be perfect responses, composure, control, maybe she'd finally feel safe. She rehearsed conversations, analyzed every interaction, built rigid systems to manage her emotions. She became exhausted trying to choreograph her inner life. A 2025 Frontiers in Psychiatry study of 60,000 plus people found perfectionism. doubles the risk of anxiety and depression. The key insight: perfectionism isn't about standards, it's self-punishment. Maya treated every emotion as evidence of failure. Anxiety meant she was broken. She hit rock bottom during a panic attack in her office bathroom, sobbing, convinced she'd never be normal. That breaking point became her turning point. Maya's therapist introduced a concept that changed everything: emotional fitness training, not suppression, not avoidance. Training, like the gym, but for feelings. The shift came when Maya stopped seeing emotions as enemies and started seeing them as information. Anxiety isn't attacking you, it's alerting you. Fear isn't weakness, it's protection. She learned the 90-second rule from University of Bath, 2024 research. The body's chemical response to emotion lasts about 90 seconds if you don't resist or amplify it. The breakthrough came in a team meeting when her idea was criticized. Instead of spiraling, Maya practiced pause. Notice the heat. Name it. Embarrassment. Breathe for 90 seconds, then respond, not react. She asked clarifying questions instead of defending. The emotion passed. She stayed present. For the first time, she felt emotional fitness. Not fewer emotions, but the capacity to feel and still function. Within 12 weeks, her life changed. She led a high-stakes presentation, heart racing, hands sweating, and didn't freeze. She set boundaries with her boss. Fear present, voice steady. She reconnected with her partner as vulnerability stopped feeling dangerous. Her anxiety didn't vanish, but her relationship with it transformed. Research supports this. Emotional fitness training led to 47% higher stress resilience and 52% greater emotional clarity. Most people can't name what they're feeling beyond good or bad. That's like going to the gym knowing only lift or don't lift. Research in the neuroscience of self and self-regulation shows that labeling emotions cuts amygdala activity by 30%, literally calming the brain's alarm system. The practice: when you feel activation in your body, pause. Ask, what exactly am I feeling? Is it anxiety or excitement with a fear story attached? Is it anger or hurt beneath the rage? Neurologically, this matters. Naming emotions recruits the prefrontal cortex, regulation, and down-regulates the amygdala. You train your brain to observe emotions instead of being hijacked by them. Practice daily. Set 3 phone alarms. When they go off, ask, what am I feeling right now? Name it precisely. Over time, this builds emotional granularity, the ability to distinguish 30 forms of anxiety instead of just, I feel bad. This is emotional fitness. Your nervous system has 2 modes, threat and safety. When dysregulated, you're stuck in threat. Racing heart, shallow breath, spinning mind. 2025 body-mind-brain research confirms you can't think your way out of this. You must use your body. The protocol: when you feel activation, stop. 1 hand on heart, 1 on belly. Inhale 4, hold 4, exhale 6. The longer exhale activates the vagus nerve, your built-in calm button. Do this for 2 minutes, then ask, what is this emotion telling me? Not, how do I stop it? Use before hard conversations, after conflict, or under stress. Regulation improves decision quality by 38% and cuts impulsive reactions by 64%. Within 6 weeks, this becomes automatic. I can handle intensity without shutting down or exploding. Here's the uncomfortable truth. You can't build emotional strength without experiencing emotions, just like you can't build muscle without resistance. Frontiers in Psychiatry Research on Emotional Resilience, 2025, found that people who practiced emotional exposure, engaging uncomfortable feelings in safe contexts, developed 56% greater stress tolerance. This isn't about seeking trauma. It means if you fear conflict, start with small disagreements. If you fear vulnerability, share one uncomfortable truth this week. If you fear failure, try something you might not succeed at. The science is simple. Every time you feel an emotion without collapsing, avoiding, or numbing, you create new neural pathways. Your brain learns. We can feel fear and still act. Treat this like progressive overload. This month, have one hard conversation. Next month, 2. Build capacity gradually. Research on habit formation is clear. Consistency beats intensity. 5 minutes daily beats 1 emotional marathon. Right now, you're at a crossroads. You can keep managing emotions like they're inconveniences. Keep suppressing, avoiding, perfecting. Keep wondering why you feel so disconnected from your own life. Or you can start training. You can build emotional fitness, the capacity to feel everything and still choose your response. Maya did it. Thousands of participants in emotional fitness research did it. The question isn't, can you? It's, will you? Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. Viktor Frankl. That is emotional fitness. Not the absence of feeling, but the capacity to feel fully and still choose wisely. Subscribe to Oracle of Confidence for weekly strategies that build your mental and emotional strength. Drop a comment below. What's one emotion you've been avoiding that you're ready to finally train with? Your emotional transformation starts right now, not someday. Now.